Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. The fourth generation of K-pop is making a huge impact on sales in the industry. While the third generation of K-pop, which includes groups like BTS, EXO, TWICE, NCT, and many others, holds the record for most total album sales within a single generation, the fourth generation is already doing incredibly well for being only a couple of years old. Here's a look at the 15 best-selling groups from the fourth generation of K-pop, all of which have surpassed 300,000 total sales already. 15. Very Very debuted under Jellyfish Entertainment on January 9, 2019. Since then, they have released 6 mini-albums and 2 single albums, which altogether have sold around 301,300 copies. Their best-selling album, Series O Round 1, Hall, came out on March 2, 2021, and has sold 67,800 units. 14. 6. 6 debuted on July 23, 2019 after being formed by C9 Entertainment. Between then and now, they've come out with 1 full-length studio album as well as 4 mini-albums, the best-selling one being the full-length OK Prologue, BOK, which came out on August 17 this year. In total, they've made about 384,200 album sales. 13. ONEUS. ONEUS made their debut with RBW on January 9, 2019. They've released a full-length studio album, 5 mini-albums, and 1 single album since then, which total in sales around 486,100. Their best-selling album is the full-length Devil, which has sold about 120,600 total units since it came out on January 19 this year. 12. (G)I-DLE. (G)I-DLE debuted under Cube Entertainment on May 2, 2018, and since then they've made 6 mini-albums and 1 single album. With all of these combined, they've made about 547,000 total album sales. Their best-selling one to date is I Burn, which has made 211,900 sales since they released it earlier this year on January 11. 11. CRAVITY. CRAVITY is one of the youngest artists on this list and debuted with Starship Entertainment just last year on April 14, 2020. In the time since then they've released 1 full-length studio album and 3 mini-albums, and with just those 4 alone, they've made 635,800 total album sales. Their best-selling so far is Season 3. Hideout, Be Our Voice, which they released on January 19 this year and has made 176,300 sales. 10. X1. X1 debuted after being formed by the competition show Produce X101 on August 27, 2019, and though their group career was short-lived due to complications and vote manipulation scandals, they still sold 654,200 copies of their one album, Emergency, Quantum Leap. It's stunning to think of how many sales they would have continued to make together. 9. AB6. AB6 made their debut on May 22, 2019 with the label Brand New Music. Since then, they have released 1 full-length studio album, 1 reissued album, and 4 mini-albums, with their best-selling one being their debut mini-album, Be Complete, which has made 171,600 sales. Overall, the group has sold around 733,600 total albums. 8. ITZY. ITZY debuted with JYP Entertainment on February 12, 2019, and from then until now, they've created 4 mini-albums and 1 single album. Their album sales total about 862,800 units sold, with their best-selling one being Guess Who, which came out on April 30 this year and has sold 331,700 copies. 7. TREASURE. TREASURE is another one of the younger groups on this list, debuting on August 7, 2020 with YG Entertainment. They've already produced 3 single albums and 1 full-length studio album, the latter of which, The First Step, Treasure Effect, released on January 11 this year, is their best-selling at 343,800 sales. Overall, the group has already made around 1.06 million total album sales. 6. ENHYPEN. ENHYPEN is the youngest group to make it onto this list since they debuted on November 30, 2020 with B-Lift Lab, making them the only artist here to be under a year old. Even though they've only come out with 2 mini-albums so far, their total album sales number is around 1.20 million. Their second one, Border, Carnival, is the better-selling of the two with 693,400 sales since it came out on April 26 this year. 5. The Boys. The boys debuted on December 6, 2017 with Creeker Entertainment, making them the oldest group on this list. In the time since then, they've released 2 full-length studio albums, 6 mini-albums, and 2 single albums, which in total have sold 1.80 million copies. Their best-selling album by far is Thrilling, the mini-album they came out with just last month on August 9, which has made 616,000 sales. 4. Is One, though they disbanded as planned earlier this year, is the best-selling girl group from the 4th generation currently. They debuted on October 29, 2018 after being formed by Produce 48, and in their time together they released 2 full-length studio albums and 4 mini-albums. Their best-selling album was An Eric Diary, which came out on June 15, 2020 and sold 567,400 units. Overall, the girl group has made 2.09 million total sales. 3. ATEEZ debuted on October 24, 2018 with KQ Entertainment. In the time since then, the group has released 1 full-length studio album, 6 mini-albums, with the 7th to be released only a day from now, and 1 single album. Their best-selling album, if you include pre-sales, is actually their almost released 7th mini-album, Zero Fever Part. 3, which comes out on September 13 and has already surpassed 810,000 total sales. Including this, the group has sold around 2.58 million units altogether. 2. TXT debuted under Big Hit Entertainment on March 4, 2019 and has since released 2 full-length studio albums, 1 reissued album, and 3 mini-albums. In total, the group has sold 3.02 million total units, and their best-selling one is The Chaos Chapter. Freeze, which they released on May 31 this year and has sold 825,400 units. 1. Stray Kids. And finally, Stray Kids debuted on March 26, 2018 under JYP Entertainment. In the time between then and now, they've created 2 full-length studio albums, 1 reissued album, and 7 mini-albums, which total 3.42 million sales altogether. Their best-selling album is No Easy, which they just released on August 23 and has reached nearly 1.13 million sales.